Hey, so how's everyone doing? Today I'll be showing you how you can sign higher paying clients for your recruiting firm basically. So if you want higher paying clients, right, they usually come in recruiting sense, it's more like job orders and contracts, but you're usually going to land them when either someone's hiring a lot of roles at once or you're placing candidates for like a very niche role, right? And here's the thing, right? Most of you're reaching out to each and every company on the face of this planet, and you're telling them about, your discounts, that you do 20% off, or, you're telling them about your time to fill, etc. And the problem with this is that it's very, very relevant, right? Because imagine this whole scenario. There's this hiring manager, right? Let's call him Jason for now, right? Jason is getting 10 emails a day, similar nature. Everyone's telling them, I do 15% off, I do 20% off, my time to fill is 8 days, someone is saying 8 hours, so like the whole game, it keeps on going on. Everyone is competing on claims. It's like, okay, time to fill offer, all of that. And essentially you just end up becoming a part of the noise, right? And how we fix this is basically we do relevant outreach, right? And since we're trying to close higher paying deals for our firm or your firm in this case, and who doesn't love profit, what we do is we reach out to companies that either have a lot of multiple open positions. So how we do this at Zillion is for clients, for example, right? We'll reach out to startups, we'll reach out to hyper growth companies, right? And in case you're wondering what's a hyper growth company, hypergrowth companies, anyone who has seen a 10% plus headcount growth in the last 12 months. So yeah, I mean, usually we're either reaching out to startups or we're reaching out to hypergrowth companies here at Zillion for our clients, right? So it's either multiple open positions or we do niche open jobs, right? For example, it could be tech. Tech has a lot of high paying jobs. It's very difficult to place in tech. It's very difficult to get leads as well. Successfully, we've done that for clients in tech as well. But the thing is, as you see, right, difficult, right? But the first option, usually this one is good. So if you're looking to, you have a lot of candidates, right? You're looking to essentially get like a higher paying contract. You can do a lot of job orders, you can fill in a lot of positions. So I would suggest go with this option, right? And first things first, right, we've sorted this out. There's basically two parts to this puzzle. The first is intent, the second is relevant messaging, right? And intent, we have sorted this out, right? Because you're either reaching out to companies that have multiple open positions, or you're reaching out to companies that have open jobs but for very, very niche positions, as we can say, right? So to do this, right, we have a method of how we do this here at Zillion. But since you're watching this video, you've taken out time from your day, I would tell you, go to clay.com and just figure it out on Clay, right? Because Clay gives you a lot of tools. In Clay you can find companies having open jobs. So just figure, you just work around with Clay. You'll find a lot of guides on Clay as well. We will be, making a lot of content on Clay as well. But for this specific video, I would just tell you, use clay.com, find these companies, right? And now we've actually solved half of the puzzle, because now we have high intent leads. All we have to do now is basically we need to write a good message. And this is the part where a lot of you mess up, right? Because we speak to recruiting founders on a daily basis, right? And we have clients as well. So this is the part where a lot of you mess it up, because in recruiting a lot of people are doing very, very, very salesy outreach, right? And it's all about themselves, because it's like, I do this, I do that. And the whole point being is that there's nothing about the prospects. And if you want to win, you would actually have to think about your prospects, right? And here's the thing, if you actually want to win, you have to be relevant, that too at scale, right? Because you need to be relevant and you need to reach out to multiple people in your market at the same time. And basically, this is what we do at Zillion, right? Because we're doing a lot of high intent leads at a good enough volume, because the minimum we start out with is 500 emails a day, right? That too to intent leads. So that is basically how we're able to get these results for our clients, even if you check LinkedIn, everything. Shameless little plug here, but yeah, let's get back to it, right? So coming back to relevant messaging, how we do this at Zillion is, I'll just tell you what we do, right? For example, if I were to reach out to a hypergrowth company's hiring manager, right? I for sure know, that this company is constantly hiring, because obviously they've grown 10% headcount last year. it probably means they're hiring a lot, and it also probably means that the hiring manager is most probably overworked, he's super busy, and he probably has deadlines to hit as well. So what we do in this case is we know the pain points, right? Because we know that the person is super busy, they need a lot of roles filled constantly, and they probably have deadlines to it as well, right? So how I would reach out to someone like this is obviously because I lead marketing, I'm the genius essentially. But point being is how we do this is, jokes apart, right? This is the script I would write to someone like this, right? What I would do is I would make it relevant. I will show you how it's relevant later. But how I would write this is, hi, first name. Saw company name XYZ has increased its headcount by over 10% this year. Quite impressive. Does this also mean you barely get any time to fill these open positions with quality talent due to deadlines? If so, we have a large pool of qualified, whatever niche they're hiring in talent, which allows us to source perfect pre screened candidates whenever you want, making it easier for you to find quality pre screened talent, right? And then I write that, we saw your open position for whatever job they're hiring for. And I'm confident we could find the best talent for this job in the next 72 hours or less. Would you be open to more information? Right? It's as simple as that. Because the thing is, this is simple yet relevant, because it's not like any other recruiting pitch. It is similar, but it's not what everyone else is sending in the market. Plus, it's relevant due to this paragraph, and the pitch is tailored in a relevant manner as well, because we're telling that you obviously you need a lot of talent. You need talent regularly. You need good people to fill your team, since you're a hyper growth firm. You're growing quite fast. We have a large pool of talent, right? That's always available, because that is relevant. Because if I'm telling them that okay, we're a company with 20 plus years experience, all of that, I mean, okay, good for you, but how is that relevant to me? So what we do in this case is we're being very, very relevant to them, right? Because as I said, this is their pain point essentially. They have deadlines, they have everything, corporate culture basically. So they have to fill these roles, or else they're in trouble, right? So what we do is we tailor our pitch essentially in that manner only. So this is simple yet relevant, right? And this is something an overworked hiring manager would definitely relate with. We've tested this out as well, and did work well. So I would highly suggest you do this, right? And again, two pieces to the puzzle. Firstly, find companies that are hiring either at scale, or that have niche open jobs. If you want to sign higher paying clients for your recruiting firm, basically find these kind of companies. Scrape the email addresses. That's a whole other thing. We'll be making a video on that. But coming back to the point, right? Like, find these companies, and after that, what you need to do is just write a good relevant message, because then you'll get the meetings, and once you have the meetings, essentially the money is yours, right? So basically, yeah, that's it. Super simple, 2 steps. Do this, sign some higher paying clients for your firm, make some money, come work with Zillion, we'll make you more money. Shameless little plug once again. But I hope you found this video valuable. If you need any help, feel free to reach out on my LinkedIn or anywhere you find me, right? I'll be sure to respond. Happy scaling.